To speak of the man's child is not to speak of immaturity, though its shadow can manifest as such. It is to speak of a foundational, often clandestine, stratum of the male psyche, a subterranean kingdom that exists beneath the strata of responsibility, societal expectation, and hardened identity. This is the realm of the eternal boy, the Puer Aeternus, a psychological entity that is both the source of a man's most vital spark and the potential anchor to his deepest struggles. To understand this inner child is to embark on an archaeological dig into the very soul of masculinity, brushing away the dust of years to reveal the primal imprints of wonder, vulnerability, and untamed potential. The child within a man is not a mere memory or a nostalgic ghost. It is a living, breathing psychological complex, a cohesive cluster of emotions, memories, impulses, and perceptions that was formed in the crucible of childhood and continues to exert a profound influence on the adult man. It is the cumulative record of his earliest experiences of the world, a world of immense scale, of magical thinking, of boundless curiosity, and of absolute dependency. The state of authentic desire, before the world taught him what he should want, a career, a family, a certain status. The boy knew what he did want, the feel of cool mud between his fingers, the captivating dance of dust motes in a sunbeam, the unbridled joy of running for running's sake. This child is the seat of pure, unmediated passion and interest. When a man feels a deep, almost magnetic pull towards an activity or a field of knowledge for no other reason than it feels like joy, it is the voice of this child he is hearing, the state of primal vulnerability. The child remembers what it is to be small, powerless, and entirely at the mercy of larger, often incomprehensible, forces. He remembers the terror of a raised voice, the crushing weight of a disappointment he could not articulate, the profound loneliness of feeling misunderstood. This vulnerability does not vanish, it is encapsulated and stored. For many men, the adult persona, the stoic, the provider, the protector, is constructed precisely as a fortress to ensure this vulnerable child is never exposed again. The state of unfiltered perception. A child's mind is not yet cluttered with cynicism, prejudice, or rigid categorization. He sees the world with fresh eyes, finding wonder in the mundane and asking, why? With an insistence that can fray adult nerves. This is the font of creativity and innovation. The man who can access this state can see solutions and possibilities invisible to those locked in conventional thought patterns. The state of instinctual play. Play is the native language of the child. It is not a diversion from work. It is the work of understanding the world. Through play, the boy learns physics, social dynamics, storytelling, and the boundaries of his own body and courage. The adult who has lost connection with this state sees play as frivolous. The man who remains connected, or who works to re-establish that connection, understands that play is a form of dialogue with the soul, a necessary recalibration of spirit, and the boundaries of his own body and courage. The adult who has lost connection with this state sees play as frivolous. The man who remains connected, or who works to re-establish that connection, understands that play is a form of dialogue with the soul, a necessary recalibration of spirit. The architecture of this inner kingdom is laid down in the earliest years, brick by emotional brick. The primary architects are, inevitably, the parents or primary caregivers, the father, the bridge to the world. The father, or his absence, plays a crucial role in how the boy's inner child relates to the external world. A present, affirming father provides a model of grounded strength. He is the one who, symbolically, takes the boy by the hand and says, "Come, I will show you how to navigate this world. You are safe with me, and you are capable." He validates the boy's explorations and provides a container for his wildness. In this environment, the inner child grows with a sense of confidence and the right to exist. Conversely, an absent, critical, or emotionally distant father creates a different dynamic. The boy's inner child receives the message that the world of men is inaccessible, hostile, or conditional. He may feel he must earn a love that was never freely given, leading to a lifelong pattern of striving and performance anxiety. The child within becomes either a desperate pleader for validation or a defiant rebel against an authority figure who was never truly there. The mother, the source of being. The mother represents the original world, the source of nourishment, comfort, and unconditional acceptance. A nurturing, attuned mother gives the boy's inner child a fundamental sense of being okay, of being loved for simply existing. This becomes the bedrock of his emotional security, the deep-seated knowledge that at his core, he is worthy. If the mother is smothering, enmeshed, or conversely, cold and rejecting, the inner child is imprinted with a primal wound. A smothering mother may create a child who fears separation and independence, leading to a man whose inner boy clings to relationships for survival. A rejecting mother may create a child who believes, at his core, that he is fundamentally unlovable. This man may build walls to protect that fragile inner boy, making genuine intimacy a terrifying prospect. The dual nature of the sovereign, the golden child and the wounded boy. The inner child is not a monolithic entity. It has a dual aspect, a Janus face that looks both toward the light and the shadow. The golden child, the divine boy. This is the aspect connected to vitality, spontaneity, and a sense of specialness. He is the part of the man that feels destined for greatness, that believes in magic, that falls in love with life itself. He is the source of charisma, of that twinkle in the eye that can captivate a room. He is curious, open-hearted, and sees adventure around every corner. In his healthy expression, the golden child gives a man his zest for life, his ability to dream, and his capacity for wonder. The wounded boy, the orphan child. This is the aspect that holds the pain, the shame, the fears, and the humiliations of childhood. He is the part that was told to be a man when he was crying, the part that was laughed at for his clumsiness, the part that felt invisible in his family. The wounded boy is often hidden away in the deepest dungeons of the psyche, but he makes his presence known through symptoms, irrational outbursts of anger, the only emotion socially permitted to boys, profound insecurity, a deep fear of failure, addictive tendencies, an attempt to self-soothe, and a crippling sensitivity to criticism. A man who is unaware of his wounded boy will often project this pain outward, blaming others for making him feel the old, familiar shame. The relationship between the adult man and his inner child dictates the quality and trajectory of his life. This dynamic manifests in every domain. In relationships, a man out of touch with his own vulnerability, the wounded boy, cannot truly access empathy for his partners. He may see neediness as a weakness to be solved, not an emotion to be held. Conversely, a man dominated by his golden child may approach relationships as a series of thrilling conquests, fleeing at the first sign of mundane responsibility or conflict, forever in search of the perfect high that the initial stages of romance provide. In work and purpose, the inner child is the source of vocation, a calling. When a man's work aligns with the authentic desires of his inner child, it doesn't feel like work, it feels like a passionate expression of self. However, if he is in a career chosen solely for status or security to placate his inner fears, the wounded boy's need for safety, he will inevitably feel a profound sense of emptiness, a soul fatigue that no amount of external success can cure. In conflict, a man who has not integrated his wounded boy will have a hair-trigger temper. A perceived slight at the office isn't just a professional disagreement, it is a terrifying echo of the schoolyard humiliation, and he will react with the full, unmodulated fury of the 9-year-old who was just pushed down. He is not fighting his colleague, he is fighting a ghost from his past. The modern man often stands at a painful crossroads. One path, well trodden by societal expectation, leads toward a rigid, performative masculinity that demands the suppression of the inner child. This path creates competent but hollow men, efficient providers who are strangers to their own hearts. The other path, more overgrown and less defined, is the path of integration. It is not about letting the child run the show, which leads to the irresponsible Puer who cannot commit or endure. Nor is it about the man killing the child, which leads to a desiccated, joyless existence. It is, rather, about the adult ego developing a conscious, nurturing relationship with this inner sovereign. The goal is for the man to become a benevolent king to his own inner kingdom. The adult provides the structure, the discipline, the perseverance, and the wisdom gained from experience. The inner child provides the vitality, the creativity, the passion, and the capacity for joy and wonder. Together, they form a whole man, one who is both responsible and spontaneous, strong and vulnerable, grounded and capable of soaring.